This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If
Oh.
you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
We return to our planet. The High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. 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 I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings. You're watching Septum Sen versus the World. I'm Septum Sen. You may have noticed that I am less than productive lately. And that's because we got flooded really badly. I'm going to show you some pictures. And you'll take a look and I'll explain as we go. Okay, so when I came home from work, I ended up having a lot of this stuff that I just came into. All the floor was covered. It's hard to see in that picture, but just that. The carpet was soaked, so I had to just go through. I covered a lot of it up with towels, sopped up what I could, moved what I could, got the stuff away from the walls, dealing with all of the tile and stuff around. It's just, it was just constant work trying to get everything up because it was still raining and stuff was still trying to come in, so it was just a difficulty. But we got a lot of the stuff up. This is stuff I got up on my own. I got a wet vac to try and help all of that out, and got most of the water up, but of course having to move the cats upstairs eventually after getting what tile I couldn't move the furniture on my own. I just had to do all of this. Like I say, all this you see is stuff I've done on my own. Moved a lot of my stuff up and cats to the porch to try and get them out of there. And all of my stuff, as you can see, has just been thrown into rooms. And then Servpro came in, and they put down a lot of fans and a lot of just general stuff to try and get things on. It's a big dehumidifier because, you know, it costs a fortune to actually get these things done. But, it is what it is. So, of course, all of this is the trash I had to take out, just all of the stuff alone with the Servpro and with what I took out. So they tore up all the laminate, and that's when they discovered all of this asbestos tile underneath. What you see in that white stuff is called effervescence, which is something you get when you've got concrete floors. There's a little bit of a video that I shot during that. The fans were just super loud, and they were there for days when it comes to just all of the stuff. And with the power output that they did, if you put on certain things like the dishwasher, or if we ran like a dryer or something like that, it would actually short the power out. So we had to forego laundry and other things during that time period. It was just quite rough at the time. So, with that being said, it's just a general difficulty. And of course, those walls there will have to be repaired, which is another unfortunate thing that has happened. And they took that stuff off, and it turned out there was actually no water on that side at all, so they were drying it and destroying my wall for no reason. So this is also where I've had to put all of my a lot of my other stuff as part of my collection over there. As you can see, a whole bunch of other things. I had to move it to one of the few rooms in the basement that did not get flooded. And that's a difficulty. So, of course, there's some more effervescence sitting there. The concrete floors with cracks I have to replace or repair. And this was the aftermath. They literally threw stuff in the bathtub. So think about that when you're dealing with Servpro, what kind of condition they leave things in. I'm still not quite happy with it. Here I'm again running through, taking a look of things and measuring it after they've left. Those tiles are now coming up and chipping, which makes them dangerous because of all of the asbestos in the air, mainly because they were wet and dried in such a fashion. So this is how it goes. In any case, that was the asbestos removal people. So this is, when it comes to the stuff here, again, trying to do as much as I can, but angry nevertheless with just the mess they left. Servpro's credit, they did come back, they took a shot back to the tub, but who knows how much stuff is still left in the drain. And all the rubble they left behind. They cleaned some of it up with the shop vac, but it was still kind of sloppy, like quick cleaning. Now they were all in an emergency because everybody flooded, but still, when you're paying out like 10 grand nearly for a service, you expect a little bit more as far as I'm concerned. It's just, yeah, it is, I mean, tub still doesn't drain well. I have to get it snaked out, or I'll snake it out myself when I'm into that part. Just a ton of things, but yeah, they'd been using the tub as a trash dump while they were working on taking up all the tile off of the floor. You can see they were also using the sink that same way, which was kind of, you know, crappy there. I mean, you can see pieces of the tile all over the place. And just in general, I had felt like this was not as good a piece. So, of course, you can see again, door. Just in general, I wanted to make sure I did a documentation of it. And of course, I'm keeping my own commentary that I have on that original video off because it was not too pleasant at the time. I was a bit more upset than I am now. Oh, I'm still upset with things, but, you know. And this is before I had moved anything out, but you can see the tiles, how they're coming up, and since that's asbestos, that's still dangerous, very much so. And just in general, it's a crappy situation. My plan originally was, since those tiles were intact, was to clean the tiles. You can see where I cleaned a couple, and then just use them. But this is after Servpro came in. Actually, no, this is more pictures of that Servpro mess. But yeah, that was my original plan, was to clean the tiles, put a coat on them, and just live with asbestos tiles. But I guess I can't do that now, so I have to get somebody to remove it. Because of the black tar that they have underneath it, which also has asbestos in it. I really need to get a professional to take it down. I could probably remove the tiles myself, but as far as the stuff underneath, it just isn't going to happen. And they even left some laminate there, but they did get that. I made them get that. There's Ginger Dead Man. Glad that he was all right during the whole thing. Matter of fact, the last time the house flooded 20 years ago, it was by there. So I had Jake come in and help me with this. I try not to get people involved, but I had to remove all this stuff for the asbestos removal. And so this is where we are now. All the stuff up here, all the stuff kind of just thrown to the side. And unfortunately, that's just how we are. So at this point, we're going to have asbestos removal come in and take the flooring out. And then after that point, I will be painting the floor, putting new sides on the walls, and moving stuff back in slowly to all the rooms that have been disrupted. And of course, because the piping in the house exploded, we have to deal with that as well as we go. So the channel is going to be on a kind of hiatus, pseudo hiatus. So we're going to do a couple of things, like the stuff I can do without video. Because my video camera is lost in all of that, because I thought I'd just move it temporarily, we'll be good, and not temporary anymore. So once all that's done and everything is in place, we'll be back to normal. We'll still be doing our DVD updates, and as far as what's coming out, just gonna be mostly slideshow though, and we'll be doing some vlogcasts and some anime discussions. Like our Cowboy Bebop one coming up Monday. So with that being said, I wish you all well. I ask you to please be patient. We love you all, subscribers, and I'm very sorry that we had to kind of go like this. But this has been Septum Sin, and we'll see you, hopefully, on the next one. Bye.